You're watching WWE. Congratulations. What deems a question on here as interesting enough to answer? Well, that one, because it explains why I get to explain why some things are just ridiculous. Some things are just pointless for me to ask or to repeat on here. And it just seems like a waste of time. But I do read the ones that I think are, just casual questions. Nothing too antagonistic or disrespectful, which happens. Do I still get nervous on stage? No, it's more like excitement. It's not really nervousness or anxiety. It kind of becomes adrenaline and just, pure excitement. And also the chat's going by really fast and I can't read them that quickly. So that's another reason I don't read some. What time is it over here? It's just after 10 in the morning. You just worked out. That's great. Good for you. What piques my interest during a live show? The performance. I mean, that's like, it's why we're all there, right? It's the performance. Like, you have to be 100% in it. Well, that just got by really fast. What do you think about your Europe shows? They're fun. I guess as a generalization, European shows are fun. Most of the time we play festivals, but every once in a while we'll play a club tour. And it's a good time. Tips on stage fright? You just kind of have to jump in. It's the only advice I guess I could give you is don't overthink it. Prepare. But preparation, will diminish the worry. That's what I think. But then, sometimes it's fun to just wing stuff and not, don't over prepare. Just be ready for kind of anything, I guess, to go down. A lot could happen. God, I can't read some of these. Sorry, it's going by so quickly. Sorry, I'm trying to fucking read these. You straightened your hair before. Yeah, I didn't really need to, though. I think I was just doing it because everybody else was doing it. We used to have a flat iron in the bus, and everyone else in the band had kind of wavy, curly hair, so they needed to do that. And I just did it just to fry the ends because that's what everybody else was doing. But my hair is just ridiculously straight, so I don't need to do the flat iron thing ever. But I was young, dumb, and I didn't know. I'm a lingerie and nude photographer. Do you or I have the better career? You probably have the better career. You get to look at naked people all day, that's awesome. This was my favorite year of high school. Yeah, I guess if I had to pick one, probably senior year was the easiest. Advice on being a freshman in high school? Yeah, I went into it. I'm the youngest of five kids, so I had older siblings to prep me for high school, and the only prep they gave me was they told me it's exactly like middle school. Everybody's just as immature, so fucking forget about them because worrying about other people is just going to be a waste of your time, which was awesome advice. It was kind of just like the don't give a fuck attitude. Just, focus on what you enjoy. That was cool. So there you go. It's my favorite movie. That's tough. I don't know if I have just one, but there's a whole list. I think I mentioned Top Secret before, which I love. It's a Zucker Brothers film. Um, Blazing Saddles. I love Mel Brooks movies. Spaceballs. Um, Producers. Young Frankenstein. Those are all some of my favorite movies. Planning any more tattoos? I don't really plan them anymore. I used to, and I kind of, if I see something that I like, I'll sit on the idea for, a couple weeks, and then I'll hit Rich up and say, hey, when can I get into you? But I've kind of stopped like overthinking stuff to tattoo, to put on me, rather. I did not do sports in high school. Thank you for asking. I did marching band. That's not a sport. I mean, it's physically demanding. If you're, you have to march, even if you're in the pit for rehearsal, you'd have to march for hours. Go up to the football field and we would just fucking march for hours without playing a note. The teacher, Mr. Reed, he would just make us fucking march. It was like a boot camp. Yeah, I hated it. Haha, my husband disagrees. Band geek forever. What, that marching band is not a sport? Huh. Oh, that you like. Yeah, that's just your opinion. That's fine. Plans to come back to Oz? I would love to go back to Australia. I love it. Love it there. Do I have a plan B besides panic? I think it would still involve entertainment of some kind, whatever that is. I like to perform. I like to entertain people. Um, that awkward moment when you find your teacher on Tinder. Ooh, yeesh. Is scoping a hobby for you? I guess you could qualify it as a hobby, huh? I mean, I do it in my spare time, just when I've got downtime and fuck it, let's hang out. Do you regret getting famous young? Do I regret? No, I mean, fame is there's this saying, fame is an illusion. Fame is an illusion, which is partly true. It's just, fame doesn't really fucking matter. Success is, measured in so many different ways. Um, by your satisfaction with yourself, your gratification with your work. Um, but people make it about fame, which is unfortunate. I think a lot of times praise becomes fame when praise should be for something you've accomplished. Um, I will say, like, being thrust into a spotlight, being in the public eye at a young age is difficult, sure. Especially if you're not accustomed to it. How do you grow accustomed that quickly and deal with it? It's an interesting thing, but I don't regret any of it. No, it was a learning experience. Had to happen at some point. If this band was, I guess, gonna take off in any way. What instruments can I play? Just the band standards. Like, let me clarify that. The rock band standards, like guitar, bass, drums, keyboards, I never spent too much time on orchestral instruments. I played trumpet for a year in middle school and then stopped doing that. But yeah, I like just, jamming, guitar, drums, bass, whatever. Was I a good singer when I was young? I don't I don't think, you know, I can't call myself a good singer. That's just weird. But I always sang. I was always singing for sure. That was just a thing that my family did. Uh, I come from a family that loves to sing. It's what you do. Um, were you ever in choir in school? I was not in choir. I had friends who were in choir. We had a group called Blue Ice. That was like the varsity choir. And yeah, I never did that. I never did choir. Um, Band was always cooler to me. You get to play an instrument, and the outfits were cooler too. In Blue Ice, in choir, you had to wear a fucking like tuxedo shirt with a bow tie and this glitter blue vest. I was like, that's stupid. It just looked so dumb. So, in band, you got to wear black jeans and a black polo with a awesome graphic on it of a we were the Eagles. That was our mascot, and it was an eagle playing drums with sunglasses on. I was like, that's fucking awesome. So, yeah. Did I play an instrument in band? Yeah. In sixth grade, I played trumpet. Till I got braces toward the end of sixth grade, and Bogart, come here, up, 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 come here, up, 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 up. Good boy. Jesus. Um, yeah, I played trumpet in sixth grade. Then I got braces, and I had to stop. And then my band teacher, Mr. Mata, who was the best teacher I ever had, hands down. And he was like, "Hey, maybe you try a different instrument." And before I went to drums, he was like, "Why don't you try guitar?" He meant bass guitar because there's no fucking guitar in symphonic bands, so you play a bass guitar. And I thought he meant class just laughed at me. They were just, he came over. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You said I could play guitar." He's like, "Bass guitar." I said, "You could play bass guitar." The whole class just started erupted in laughter. It was like, "You fucking idiot! You're so stupid." I just turned bright red, and I was like, "Wow!" I stayed silent the rest of the day. Just it killed me. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm such an idiot." And then, yeah, then I I went back to class, didn't have any instrument, and I was like, I quit. Like I can't do band. I don't want to do this anymore. It's that was embarrassing for me, and I thought I liked band, but I don't think I can handle the pressure. What a little pussy I was. And then he's like, "All right, hold off." And then I went over and played drums for a little bit, and then finally I played, drums for the rest of middle school in jazz band and symphonic band. So that kind of saved me a little bit. But yeah, not quitting band was the best thing I could have done for me, just for my confidence and my self respect. I guess I needed to build that back up. But yeah, that was that was an interesting time. Um, oh jeez, sorry, they're going by really quickly. Are your parents musical as well? Yeah, both of my parents sing really well, and oh, nice fart, Bogart. Thank you for that. And my mom plays piano very well, can read music. She played organ in church. She was the organist a lot of the time. And my dad played guitar, still does. Um, he was in bands in high school. He'd play, Beatles covers, Kinks covers, all that stuff. And yeah, my oldest brother plays piano. My sister closest to my age plays cello and sings. Actually, all my siblings sing pretty well. And yeah, everybody's pretty musical. Like I said, we just kind of grew up singing. Everybody gathered around the piano, and we'd have like family night It's called FHE, Family Home Evening, where once a week you stay in for the night instead of going out. It's usually Monday night. You stay in and hang out and just hang out with your family. It's exactly that South Park episode where the Mormon family moves into town and he's like, "Oh my God, I love my family so much. Oh, it's the best time." It really is like that. And I think that's why, I'm so close to my family still. Did I already say some tips for incoming freshmen? I thought I did, yeah. But I'll reiterate, I guess. What my siblings told me was it's exactly like middle school. It's no different. Everybody's just as immature. Everybody's just as stupid and lame. You don't need to worry about them. Just kind of the fuck everybody attitude, but just focus on the things you enjoy. And yeah, it was like that. Am I the youngest of my family? Yeah, I'm the youngest of 5 kids. Am I religious at all? Not anymore. I was raised Mormon, and I was very religious, like till I was like 13, 14. And yeah, that's kind of when I started, at that age, you're just like, fuck everybody. I know I'm an adult now, which couldn't be further from the truth. But yeah, I'm not religious. Have I ever tried vegan cheese? I have. I'm not a big fan of it. I prefer real cheese. Bogart, it's okay, buddy. Come here. Have I ever tried an In-N-Out burger? I'm from Las Vegas. Yeah, of course. We're all over Vegas. It's a luxury burger growing up. Did you have anxiety while you were in school? Of course. It was really bad when I was a little kid. When I was like 6 years old, I don't even know how I knew what an umbilical cord was, but I came up with this. I called it the umbilical cord theory, where I told my mom that if I was away from her for too long, it was like the umbilical cord was stretching, and that tension would make me feel sick. So I would get these like crazy stomach aches from stress and anxiety. I would later learn, but I called it the umbilical cord theory. I was like, "Oh, my umbilical cord, it's the umbilical cord, Mom," and then she would, come pick me up, or she would understand that that meant like, "Oh, you're having a little thing happen to you." So, yeah, that's real. That's real shit. All right, this person said, "Tell me a joke," over a fucking million times. So, all right, there's a mama tomato, a dada tomato, and a baby tomato, and they're all walking down the street, and the baby tomato is kind of lagging behind, and the papa tomato turns around, and wait, how does it go? It like turns around and says ketchup. I forget what it is. Ketchup, whatever. Fuck it. I was watching Pulp Fiction. I can't remember the joke. All right, just butchered that one. Um, he stomps on the baby tomato and says ketchup. Thank you very much. Do I have anything on under my robe? I'm not wearing a robe. I'm wearing jeans and a shirt. What age did I start playing music? I don't remember. My mom tells me that when I was, just under a year old, I would like grab or I was like 2 years old maybe, I would grab the wooden spoons and all the pots and pans out of the cupboards, drag them onto the floor, and just start hitting them to whatever she was playing. Um, yeah, she likes to tell me that. Didn't I wear this outfit last night? Yes, I did. It's weird that you would observe that, but yes. I'm also saving on laundry, dingus. We're having a drought. Favorite drinking game? I don't know that I have one. I guess sometimes it's fun to play King Cup or beer pong, you know, just fun. Drought excuse is the best excuse. Um, Favorite song to play live? Bohemian Rhapsody. I love playing that song. Yeah. Who was the most rebellious sibling? Definitely me. I go back and I'm the, you know, to all my nieces and nephews, I'm like the wacky uncle who has beer with dinner. I love it. I think it's great. All my siblings are different from one another. It's great. It's essential. Do I hate singing I Write Sins now? No, not at all. Am I an organized person? I think so. I think I call it OCD sometimes, but yeah, I like when I'm packing for tour, I'm very organized. Keep our house clean. Yeah. People still working at the house? Uh-huh. Okay, do you want to take them in? Oh. How often do we hang out with Fall Out Boy? I don't know. As often as we can. But, not all the time. No, I closed it. It's fine.
You're the only one that has a light bulb right now.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, that's great.
Hello, baby.
Oh, man, I'm so tired.
Me too.
Ah!
Oh, guess what I just had?
Oh, yep, just saw that. Good job, Penny.
Who did that? Who did that?
That's a tiny one. Yep, that's her.
Why the hell is it, like, hidden? Like, the hell? These are the worst. I don't think I want dogs anymore.
Okay.
Can you get rid of them?
Yep, let's sell them.
Who wants our dogs?
What's today? Just a chill day? Kinda. I do have to do some work, but...
I'm gonna finish the dishes, but I'm gonna, like, clean all the countertops and stuff.
Okay, I have to get in the studio for a second. Just for a couple things.
Oh, I'm being cute, you bad girl.
Is there gonna be a panic drunk history? Not that I know of. I'm not doing it. The Basha. What was my dream job as a kid? It was, no, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a cartoon voice actor. I wanted to do cartoons so bad. I would just do like Marvin the Martian, and I would try my hand at like all the impressions. I really, really wanted to do that. Voice acting was the dream. I just laughed because someone asked me how many times I poop in a day. That just made me laugh.
4 or 5.
I wasn't gonna answer it, but yeah.
Oh, I answered it.
Yeah, 4 times probably, about.
He poops a lot, guys.
It's my average. But they're all healthy.
I poop like once, if that. Maybe.
Okay, alright. Let's not talk about poop. Alright, this is just de-evolving.
Everybody poops.
Come here, baby. Come lay down.
Everybody.
Good girl. Thank you
If
very
you
much.
don't, I mean,
Okay.
you know, let it go.
Okay. How many times do I brush my teeth? Like 3 times a day. Especially if I had something funky at lunch. People are getting real weird. Yeah. Might end this in a little bit just because I do have to go do some real stuff.
What are you doing?
Do I like Terror, the band? Yeah, I do.
Oh, my best friend Scott.
Yeah. Oh, Vogel.
My best friend who doesn't know he's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What artist celeb did I meet that actually made me nervous? Yeah, well, Billy Joel. No, Glenn Howerton, actually.
Oh yeah, that was like, wasn't weird. Well, 'cause it threw us off.
Yeah, we weren't expecting that. We were at a restaurant. Glenn Howerton plays Dennis on It's Always Sunny. And we were just at a restaurant one time, hanging out with some friends, and he walked up, and Sarah just went, and just looked over in this direction. I was like, what the fuck just happened? So I turned around, and I saw him, and just out of nowhere, I think I'd had a few beers, so I was like, Glenn Howerton.
Oh god.
And I looked at him.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh,
I said
thought
Glenn
you-
Howerton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like to him, and he was just like, "Oh, geez," and I was like, "I'm so sorry. That was very abrasive. I apologize, but I would love to shake your hand. My name is Brendon. I'm in a band called Panic at the Disco, and I am just a massive fan of you and your writing and your show. Always Sunny is just huge to me, and it was really cool. And then I said my piece and just met him. I was like, anyway, it was a pleasure. Sorry to freak you out. That was very strange, but you were very, very awesome. He was very cool. And then he came back over to the table and was like, hey, what album should I buy? And it was right when Too Weird to Live came out. Yeah, so he came over and was like, oh, no, you don't have to buy it. If you want, I'll send it to you. He's like, no, I'm going to buy it. So he bought Too Weird to Live like right there. I watched him buy it on his phone. He's like, cool, I'll listen to it. Thanks a lot. So that was really cool.
You're like, cool.
Yeah, I was like, I love you, man.
Most nervous though, I think, ever was the president.
Yeah. No, President and Billy Joel, that's when we were actually the most,
And
like,
it was like
just
both the same
terrified.
day, so I was just like,
I know.
what is this day?
It's terrifying.
Okay. Sweet.
Both great, man.
I freaking love you.
Any advice for aspiring musicians? If you love it, do it. You gotta have the passion for it. I think it's the most important thing. A lot of these questions could be answered if you just Googled my name. It's like, how old are you? Where are you born? Which actually, I think the Wikipedia is wrong. I think it says I was born in Las Vegas. Everybody thinks I was born in Summerlin. I didn't even fucking live in Summerlin. I had to drive from where we lived next to the sewage plant. I had to drive 45 minutes up to Summerlin to go to school. Just because my parents zoned me for that. They wanted to give me the best opportunity, which was awesome. But no, I was born in St. George, Utah. Just to put that to bed. Wiki does say Summerlin. It's so stupid. Can't believe anything you read on the internet.
Hey, you wanna
What?
some of that shit in your ear?
Yeah,
Thank you.
no worries.
Well, I just cleaned mine a bit.
I don't know.
Very, very cool. I actually maybe clean it even more and put this Oh, and you could give Linda her present.
I met you in St. Louis. Oh, hello. I dare you to start a random hashtag on Twitter. Oh. I don't know. I'm just fucking around.
I just did the
Where did they get Summerlin from? I have no clue. Maybe fucking other dudes that were in the band were born there. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder, something must have been said one day that people assumed you were born there. Hey, look, a lot of crap.
When I met Keith Buckley, he was intoxicated. Okay? Cool story. Favorite Frank Sinatra song? I don't know. I love most of them, so I don't know. What is that one song, Sinatra? Curse of an Aching Heart? Or Curse of,
Try your switch.
something like that. The switch?
Should be the middle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Works. What's she doing? She's sniffing.
She's just being
Oh, okay. Do people ever cry when they meet me? Yes, it's happened a number of times, and I try to be as sympathetic as possible because I always just feel bad. Um, like it's all my fault. Like, what did I do to make you cry? But, yeah, it's happened, sure. Hey, come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Come lay down, baby. Come here. Up. Up, baby. Come here. Good girl. Thank you. Shh, 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 shh. Lay down. Come on. Come here, baby. Come here. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. Hey, come here. Lay down. Maybe because they were fucking happy. Well, the crying? Yeah, probably. Um, it happens. It's tears of happiness, Brendon. Yeah, I get that, guys. Doesn't stop me from like wanting to empathize. You don't get to dictate how I feel about it. Why do you feel bad though? Well, imagine someone that admired you just came up and started bawling in your face. You would feel some sort of sympathy, I would hope. But I don't know. Everyone's different, guys. whip out a Kleenex from my back pocket next time. I don't carry Kleenexes with me. If I need to blow my nose, I find a restroom. Someone wrote, "What's the weirdest Dan interaction you've ever had?" I don't know if that's a typo or intentional, but that's pretty great. My biggest Dan. As a fan tried to kiss you on the lips. Yeah, it's happened, where they've tried. Um, but it makes me uncomfortable because I don't kiss strangers on the lips. Sorry. Even if, we've met a number of times. Oh, hi, baby. That would be awkward. Yeah, understandable. Yes, thank you. Glad to hear you guys understand that. Why'd I stop vining? Well, initially I stopped vining because we were about to tour and I kind of didn't have as much downtime as I did when I was writing the album, which is when I was doing the most vines. Um, but once in a while we were able to do it on tour. I would have like Zach film some stuff, but then after a while I just kind of it just I just kind of like let go of it. It wasn't like I was against it. I just kind of stopped doing it. Um, will I start again? Maybe. I don't know. Why did I ignore fans last night? I didn't ignore fans last night. Um, Fans were coming up to me during Fall Out Boy's show and wanted to take pictures. I shook their hand and politely declined taking a picture because that's Fall Out Boy's time, and my attention, as everyone should have been during that show, should have been directed toward Fall Out Boy. Um, yeah, I have no problem taking pictures and meeting fans at all. It was just not an appropriate time, in my opinion. It was during the show, and that's their time. I wouldn't, want someone to do that during our show. So anyway, it's just out of respect for Fall Out Boy. I love them too much and respect them too much to do something like that. It's like, when you're eating at a restaurant and I'm like mid-bite and people want to take a picture, it's not going to happen. It's just a respect thing. But still love you.